I want to talk to you real quickly about the process for doing a hypothesis test. So all of continuous improvement comes down to this equation: y is a function of x. Now for problem solving, we have a problem with a y, and we want to find the x that causes it. And remember, in my class, problem doesn't equal bad. It's just a mathematical metric whose performance you want to make better. So in my example, I'm 245. I would say 15 of that is COVID, but that's a hypothesis, see? So that could be my hypothesis. COVID, since the shutdown of COVID, has that had an effect? So when I get, sometimes clients will send me this big Excel spreadsheet and it'll have a lot of columns in it. And one client sent me one from the automotive industry. It had 136 columns that he called KPIs. That's quite interesting. And he said, Lee, what do I do? And I looked at the worksheet. I emailed back and said, I don't know, you tell me. And I tend to be, a bit of a smart aleck, but the point is, I don't know what to do until you step one. So the first thing you do in hypothesis testing is state the question that you want to answer. So in this case, did my weight go up post-COVID-19 restrictions? Okay. Now he hasn't given me a question yet, so I can't even get started there. Step two, I then need to determine what data do I need to answer the question. So I'm thinking this through. I'm going to need my weight before COVID and after COVID, okay? So before and after. So what data do I need to answer the question? That's what I need. Then step three, go get the data to answer the question. So hopefully I have recorded in a spreadsheet somewhere what my weight was before all this started, and hopefully I have a few data points to make it meaningful. After data, I might have to go ahead and start collecting now. But once I have that data, the missing step, what people want to do is they want to memorize the name of hypothesis tests, two sample t-tests, ANOVA, etc. And they try to, which one is it? Which one is it? No, data type dictates the hypothesis test, okay? So in this example, my weight in pounds is continuous. All right, I'm just going to abbreviate. Before and after is discrete. And I'm going to show you a little matrix I developed later, but if you it's going to look like this. If you sort of take your fingers, you're going to be in this corner, continuous y, discrete x. Then all the hypothesis tests will jump out at you. I can do a box plot, before and after. This would say that my hypothesis was correct. I can do the two sample t. I could do a time series plot before and after, but all of that comes out of knowing what type of data is my hypothesis. Okay, so whenever you get a big Excel spreadsheet, let's go back to my client. I said, I don't know, you tell me. And then I said, what's the question you want to answer? Does gross margin predict profit? Okay, what data do I need to answer that question? Well, I need gross margin, but not just like the number for the whole corporation. I'm probably going to need the gross margin for the 6,500 stores that they have. So already I know that I'm going to have 6,500 rows. One of those rows is going to be profit, which was EBITDA. And now I know one of those rows is going to be gross margin. Okay? Now that I know what I need, go get the data to answer the question. So I asked him, well, just open the Excel spreadsheet. Do we have that information? And the answer was yes. So then, what type of data is profit in dollars? That is continuous. What type of data is gross margin in percentages? That is continuous. And you look at your little table here, and that is regression. And let's see if I can draw this right. I want gross margin is high, low, profit is high, low, and if he is right, I should see something like that. As the gross margin went up, the profit went up, okay? So next time someone gives you a big old Excel, that's a country term, big old, a big old Excel spreadsheet and says, what do I do? You say, I don't know. You tell me. I need to know the question that you want to answer, and then just go through this process and you'll be able to knock it out. And the next video, I'll show you my little table that I've developed for picking the basic hypothesis tests that do most of the work.